Good morning, Internet. So it's not really morning. I'm not going to lie. I've been drinking some red wine, and I had some pretty awesome revelations even during this COVID time. So I wanted to share it with you. This is how to be petty and get back at your narcissist. So forgive me, point blank, because your girl been drinking. But this works, and I was actually super surprised. You want to get back at your narcissist? Sure you do, because you wouldn't be listening to this. Here's how you do it. Date their friends. Ooh, lordy gordy, can we get juicy today? Let's sip some tea, please. So I didn't realize that, when you split with a narcissist and, you call it a day and you go no contact and you basically play head games like they play head games, but then you get bored, right? And you're kind of tired of the head games and you just basically shut the narc out of your life. What is very amazing to me, dear listeners, is that when you do that, they have their sphere of influence, right? Well, you never know what their sphere of influence is thinking. And I will just say that even in these wonderful COVID times, some of my former narcissist friends were chomping at the bit to date me once they knew that said person was shut down. Can you believe that? Oh, yes, it happens. See, narcissistic people, NPDs, do not pick up gutter trash. They actually pick up very awesome people. People like you. People like me. And even in a pandemic, even when we are supposed to stay at home, those people still remember you. And those people were silent when the narcissist was playing with you. But when they put you on the shelf and then went somewhere else to play ball with some other quote unquote supply, well, guess who played ninja and went into the cupboard and took you off the shelf? That's right. They're friends. So narcissistic people have a harem. I guess that's what some people say. I call it a sphere of influence. And it doesn't always have to be the opposite sex or sexual paramours. It could be friends. It could be family. It could be whatever. But remember, whatever the narcissist sees, they see too. And so let me give you a little brief story. So your girl Supernova is, of course, staying at home, doing her social distancing and loving every minute of it. And then she gets a ring on her doorbell. And guess what shows up? This bottle of wine that I'm drinking with you now. And then she gets a text from an unknown number saying, hey, you probably know me from so-and-so, and we didn't really talk much, but I see that so-and-so is dating someone else and you're doing your own thing. Would you like to have a glass of wine and talk over Zoom? And of course, your girl Supernova said, quite frankly, sir, I will take your wine and of course have conversation with you. You see, isn't that beautiful? That someone else sees your value even though the narcissistic person does not. Enough to actually ask for drinks, even when we can't even see each other. I think that's wonderful. So after I had drinks with said flying monkey, I went ahead and just went about my day. Couple days passed, and then guess who starts pinging me all of a sudden? That's right. This wine is still delicious, by the way. Your favorite narcissist who got kicked to the curb and fed to the swamp yaks. All of a sudden, it's, how you doing? I haven't seen you in a while. Oh, what's going on? And do you know what your lovely lady Supernova did? She answered, "Nothing much. How are you?" And then what did our fabulous NPD reply with? "Well, I heard that so-and-so and you had drinks." Oh, yes, we did. We certainly did. So-and-so was so nice, even during a pandemic. And he sent me this wonderful bottle of wine, and we just laughed and we talked. It was great. I never knew, narcissistic person, that so-and-so was interested. But he's certainly a gentleman. Oh, that was such a wonderful time. So, what wine was that? You see where I'm going there? Of course you do. You see, narcissistic people do not like losing. And if their flying monkey decides they want to step up to the plate, oh, you can't have any of that. See, I know that said narcissistic supply, aka flying monkey, whatever you guys want to call it, got a stern talking to, or some passive aggressive, what are you doing talking to my potential that I put on the shelf. Which this person, of course, is saying like, hey, you are, as the Hodge twins say, legumes deep into someone else. So why can't I? And see, this is a double whammy. Not only are you hurting the NPD/narcissist by, being your best self and being valuable, you're also creating what I like to call a rift. You see, people who hang around narcissistic people, they don't want to admit it, but they're narcissists themselves, right? And what is more delicious than having two narcissists fight each other in the group? Right? It's kind of like silverback gorillas, right? They fight for dominance of like who's in control of the quote unquote best supply. Now, I know both of these men are narcissistic, but guess who sent me a bottle of wine the next day? The bottle of wine I'm actually drinking while I'm talking to you. That's right. The narcissist. You make them compete. It's like a job interview. You make them compete because, you're you and you're amazing. And if their friends want to talk to you and they come bearing gifts, who are you to say no to that? Now, this may seem vindictive. This may seem prime evil. This may seem like the whole chorus of Cruella de Vil, Cruella de Vil. But you know what? This was the person that cheated on me. This was the person that gaslit me and told me I was imagining things when another woman was in the picture. This is the same person who broke my heart and played me, even after I gave him so many chances to be good to me, to be kind to me, to at least be truthful and transparent with me so then I could move on to someone else. But I wasn't even given that courtesy. So now I'm sitting back watching dual DMs fight for my attention. And that's perfectly fine with me. And I do suggest, if you have a quote unquote flying monkey looking your way, take advantage of it. Throw sand in the pudding. Let them duke it out. And then just watch. Because you know what? There's nothing more delicious than watching the people who intentionally hurt you, who made an active choice to hurt you, fight amongst themselves. And you get all the reward. And then, when the smoke clears, you can just say, hey, your flying monkey came to me. And honestly, I don't owe you an explanation at all. And that's my wine glass, Internet. You have a good morning, afternoon, because it's wine o'clock somewhere.